Okay, let's get right to it. Welcome to this pre-trip explainer. I'm stepping into my role as a corporate safety consultant today because, well, we need to have a serious talk. If you're a corporate traveler, whether you're hopping between global HQs or setting up shop in an emerging market, your itinerary is really only half the equation. The other half? It's how you get out when things go completely sideways. Today, we are tearing down emergency evacuation strategies.
So I want you to ask yourself, honestly, are you truly prepared for the unexpected? Just picture this for a second. You're in a remote location abroad, prepping for a massive business meeting, and bam, a medical emergency strikes out of nowhere. Or maybe you wake up and intense political unrest has just erupted in the streets right outside your hotel window. What's your move? Look, most travelers just assume their standard travel insurance or their shiny corporate credit card has them fully covered. But as we're going to see, without specific emergency evacuation coverage, you are literally leaving your physical and financial safety entirely to chance.
All right, here's the game plan for this briefing. 1. Global risks and hidden costs. 2. Defining evacuation benefits. 3. The 3 evacuation triggers. 4. Comparing limits before booking. And 5. Incident response and claims. Let's dive in.
Section 1. Global risks and hidden costs. Let's talk about the realities of the world as it actually is right now. Up to 5 million rupees, 50 lakh. Let that sink in. That is the financial stake we are talking about here. If you suffer a critical illness or a bad injury out in a remote area, you can't just call an Uber to the nearest clinic. You're going to need a dedicated medical evacuation flight. And these specialized transports, they come with doctors, life support equipment, the whole shebang. It can cost anywhere from 5 to 50 lakh rupees straight out of your own pocket if you aren't properly insured. It's a massive vulnerability. This isn't just about healthcare anymore. It's about the pure logistics of saving your life without totally bankrupting your company or you in the process.
Section 2. Defining evacuation benefits. We need to clearly define the safety net that actually solves this problem.
So, by definition, emergency medical evacuation coverage is the part of your insurance that covers the cost of transporting you from wherever an accident or sickness happens to the nearest appropriate hospital or even back to your home country. Now, notice the exact wording there. It's not just about paying the surgeon. It is strictly about the transportation. It's about mobility when you are immobilized. If your condition is bad enough, this coverage is what gets you on a medical flight all the way back home.
Section 3. The 3 evacuation triggers. Let's break down what I like to call the threat matrix.
Okay, let's walk through this matrix and see exactly what triggers an extraction. First up, the medical trigger. This is for sudden health events. Think a stroke, a heart attack, or a severe injury out in a remote spot without good medical facilities. The response here is immediate transport to a proper hospital or back home. Next, we have political unrest. Now, this is absolutely crucial if you're heading into volatile regions. If the local government suddenly decides certain expats have to leave, or if you're personally declared persona non grata, this coverage kicks in to reimburse travel expenses to get you to the nearest safe place or back to your home country. Finally, natural disasters. If your destination gets hit by a major earthquake, hurricane, or severe flooding, making the whole zone unsafe, your policy covers the transport to a secure zone or back home.
Just to make sure we're totally clear on this, let's look at the difference between medical and non-medical evacuations. It's pretty straightforward, actually. Medical evacuations are 100% focused on getting you to a facility that can handle critical illnesses or injuries. It's about life-saving access. Non-medical evacuations, which covers the political and natural disaster stuff we just talked about, are about reimbursing those unexpected travel costs when government rules change or the physical zone just becomes too dangerous to stay in. A genuinely solid corporate travel plan has to cover both sides of that coin.
Moving on to Section 4. Comparing limits before booking. This right here is the actionable pre-trip protocol you need to enforce before anyone books a flight.
I seriously cannot stress this checklist enough. Please do not leave this to chance. First off, check those coverage limits. You want a plan that provides a minimum, and I mean minimum, limit of $50,000 specifically for medical evacuations. Anything less, and you're rolling the dice on paying out of pocket. Second, demand a comprehensive plan. Like we just saw, you need medical, political, and natural disaster scenarios covered. Third, look into the insurer's global network. The best providers have massive global medical networks and assistance teams ready to actually coordinate these crazy fast-moving evacuations. And lastly, make sure home country repatriation is explicitly included. Some of these cheaper plans, they'll just drop you at the nearest safe hospital. You want the guarantee that you can get all the way back home.
Section 5. Incident response and claims. All right, so you've booked the perfect plan,
But what's the actual protocol when a crisis hits on the ground?
When things go sideways, you have to follow these steps to the letter. Step 1. Provide documentation. This is completely non-negotiable. If it's medical, you need the doctor's reports. If it's a political or natural disaster situation, you've got to get your hands on official government notices proving the expulsion or disaster declaration. Step 2. Follow your insurer's instructions directly. Do not go rogue here, okay? They're going to guide you on how the coverage actually works and the exact operational steps you need to take. And step 3, keep every single record and receipt. Literally everything. If you're in a frantic evacuation and you have to pay out of pocket for a cab, a temporary hotel, or a sudden flight, you must have those receipts to file your reimbursement claim later. No receipts, no claim. It's that simple.
And that brings us to the bottom line. The unexpected doesn't care about your schedule, whether you're out exploring a new market or just flying in for a quick, essential board meeting. Nailing down the right international travel insurance isn't just some annoying administrative box you have to check, it is your ultimate peace of mind. It's your financial armor. So before you pack your bags for that next corporate trip, look at your evacuation limits. Make sure your exit strategy is just as ironclad as your business strategy, because an evacuation could easily cost you lakhs of rupees if you're not covered. So I'll leave you with this. Are you really willing to leave your safety to chance?